Hello everyone, welcome to the educational YouTube channel of Anamol Laboratories Private Limited. In this video, we are going to see the working and principle of sickle cell solubility test kit with urea reagent. We have used the kit manufactured by Anamol Laboratories Private Limited for demonstration purpose. Friends, before understanding the procedure, let us first understand the components of the kit. The kit contains 2 ml reagent dropper for taking reagent, lancet for doing finger prick, alcohol swab again for doing finger prick, stand or test tube stand in which we will perform the test, sample dropper for taking 20 microliter sample, tube plain and dry in which we will perform the test, sickle cell R1 reagent, sickle cell R3 reagent, sickle cell R2 reagent, cap for the tube and instructions for use. We recommend all the users to read the instructions for use thoroughly before performing the test. Apart from this, you may require additional items such as timer or stopwatch and patient sample on which the test is to be performed. You may also require a clean and well calibrated pipette of 200 microliter volume and clean and dry tips. Friends, now let's have a look at the procedure. For the procedure, we need to take sickle cell R1 buffer and sickle cell R2 buffer. First, we need to open the R2 buffer and the R1 buffer. Next, we need to add the contents of R2 buffer completely into the bottle of R1 buffer. So here we are adding the contents. Make sure the entire contents of R2 buffer is added into R1 buffer. Next, we need to close the cap of R1 buffer tightly and we need to mix the entire solution so that the powder is dissolved in the buffer solution homogeneously. After this, we will take 2 tubes and we will place both the tubes on the stand and we will open the solution, the mixture that we previously prepared. Using the dropper, we will take 2 ml of this solution and we will add this solution into both the tubes. After this, we need to add 20 microliter of patient blood sample into the tube using the sample dropper which is provided in the kit. Once the patient sample is added into the tube, we will cover the lid of the tube and then mix the contents of the tube by inversion. Next, we will incubate for 5 minutes at room temperature. After the incubation is complete, now we can observe for the result. So friends, as you can see in this tube number 1 on the left hand side, the solution is very hazy and we cannot see the lines which is on the background. Whereas the solution on the right is little clear and we are able to see the lines on the background. The solution on the left is positive for sickle because the solution is very hazy and we cannot see the lines in the background. Whereas the solution on the right is negative for sickle because the solution is little clear and we can see the lines which is on the background. Now, to confirm whether the left hand side solution is positive for SS type, we need to add the third reagent which is the R3 or the urea reagent. After adding 200 microliter of R3 into this tube and mixing it thoroughly, if the solution becomes clear and we are able to see the background lines, this means that this particular sample is positive for SS. But here, even after adding the urea solution, the solution is still very hazy and the background lines are still not visible. This means that this particular solution is positive for sickle and it is not having SS type. It is positive for any other type of sickle, which can be later confirmed using an electrophoretic test. Friends, we hope this video has been helpful for you. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and let us know in the comment section if you have any feedback for us. Thank you very much, friends.